What's up, people of the world? This is me again, Alex Swimmer, aka AP3 Jumped. One of these days I'll stop having to do that, but today I'm doing one more review for you guys this week, and it's also the last Casa Grande's episode review I'm doing. Today I'm reviewing the episode Finders Weepers. Now, I really like the title of this episode. Because it's actually a combination of both the phrases finders, keepers, and losers, weepers. So I think that's a very clever title. So yeah, let's get started, shall we? By the way, this is like my second take. The first time I tried recording, it went really well, but I ran out of filming space. So this will give me an opportunity to make the video a little more concise and even shorter. So here we go. So the plot of the episode goes like this. So there's this lost and found box, right, in the mercado. And Bobby finds it. He pulls it out from underneath the shelf and puts it on the shelf, and so on top of the counter, excuse me. So they've had this box for God knows how long, and so they everybody looks through it, and there's actually this change purse that falls out. It actually has $100 bill in it, and so Sid and Ryan go and they try to see they try to see they're trying to find the owner of this purse, and they do this by putting up flyers all over the city, and unfortunately they can't really find the owner, so they they decide to while they're trying to find the person, they decide to like borrow money, a little bit of money from the purse, and they're both like, "Oh yeah, we'll pay it back later. It's not that much." And then unfortunately, this problem gets bigger, 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 bigger until, long story short, they have literally no money left from the purse because they've spent it all on just random stuff, be it like movie theater tickets or 12 is midnight merchandise and this that this that and the other, and so let me stop right here because this episode actually has a B plot. This is actually one of the first episodes in the Loud House universe that I've seen that has both an A plot and a B plot. So that's really nice. That usually only happens during like half-hour specials, but this time we're actually treated to a B plot in this episode, and I really like that. That was honestly really unexpected, and the B plot is actually really interesting and really funny. So so we're talking about the B plot now. It involves Bobby and Carl because they both, or rather, Carl places a bet, right? Because you know how mischievous he is. He actually tried to claim that the $100 bill was actually his. Like, oh yeah, I just lost a change purse. It looks just like that, and yeah. So Carl's still my favorite because he's funny like that. So anyway, he engages in a bet with Bobby just to see if he can't have everyone get retrieve their items back, and they bet on their desserts for a week, right? So for instance, the winner gets all of the losers' desserts for the whole week, and yeah, this is during flan week. Apparently, I've never had flan. I don't know how good it is, but my mom really likes flan, so I I can't really speak from experience there, but this bet, yeah, it's a really interesting bet. So what Bobby decides to do, he decides to wear all of the items that were in the box on his person to make it easier for people to recognize and retrieve their lost items once they come in, and it actually works out for Bobby. He's actually able to give everyone most of their stuff back, and Carl he sees this and he gets nervous, right? So he decides to double the bet, and he decides for 2 weeks the winner will get the loser's desserts for 2 whole weeks, and then the next week is actually churros week. So yeah, that's really devastating because I love churros because they're like some of the tastiest things I've ever eaten. So yeah. Yeah, that's when the bet really got interesting, and so Bobby, I think the only thing he has left to. The only thing he has left from the box is the green sweater. So, yeah. Meanwhile, with Sid and Ronnie Yen, they get a phone call from Maybelle, and lo and behold, she actually turns out to be the person who lost the change purse. And so they decide to meet, like, right where they're standing, I think. And they actually come clean to Maybelle, and then Mabel's like, she's obviously shocked and appalled by this. So Sid and Ronnie, and they apologize for their actions, and they're like, should have known better. And I love how much Ronnie Ann takes responsibility in the show, by the way. That's one of her best character qualities. And so Maybelle, she conducts a deal with Sid and Ronnie Ann. She decides to have them do a bunch of chores for her for like the whole rest of the day, I think. And she decides that's how she'll be able to pay Maybelle back. And they go through a bunch of rigorous tasks, and they're not really enjoying it, but once it's all over, they're glad that they finally finished all of their chores for Maybelle, and then they're finally even, and then they learn their lesson, and then I guess Bobby learned a little lesson too, because he winded up losing the bet actually, because no one came back to retrieve the very last item that he was wearing, which again was the green sweater. Now, here's an interesting turn of events, because the sweater, there's something funny about the sweater. Carl, he's like, turn around, look what's written on the back of the sweater. And Bobby turns around, it has his name on it, so it turns out that was Bobby's sweater this whole time. And Carl sort of, he sort of schemed him, like, like he does with people. He's already done this with Ronnie Ann, and now he's just done it to Bobby. So Bobby, he's like, oh, I wonder who this Bobby guy is. And then Carl, he just face palms, and then that's when the episode ends. So yeah, I really like this episode. It is really entertaining. Both plots are really entertaining. Hell, I think I like the B plot more than the A plot. So yeah, I guess I should have known Sid and Ronnie Ann would go out and make a mistake like they did in this episode, because I was expecting that to happen at some point. I just didn't think it would happen quite so soon. But they immediately learn from their mistakes, and that's very commendable on them. And yeah, it's like I said earlier in the video. I'm glad that Ronnie Ann and Sid are taking responsibility, and yeah, that's what a protagonist should do, or any character really. If a character is good in a show, then they should be able to learn from their mistakes, like right away. They can. It doesn't matter how many mistakes they make. You could debate this all day, but so long as the character learns from their mistakes and learns from them right away, then that's really good in my book. So yeah, I really like this episode a lot. Very solid, 8 out of 10. I thought it was very enjoyable. Now if you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you liked it, and ring the bell to be notified of future videos I make. And if you like this episode, let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below. Now, I didn't see these episodes live, so I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure if there are new episodes coming out this Saturday, because if there were, I would have seen the promo for them on Twitter by now. I would have just stumbled upon it. However, one thing I will say is that Living La Casa Loud came out like today, I think. And I thought it wasn't coming out till like Friday. Actually, well, yeah. I think I do remember I think I do remember that it was supposed to come out today, and yeah, and I just recently forgot about it until like it just happened like it just happened like right away. Quicker for me to even notice. And so yeah, I will be doing a review for Living La Casa Loud. That's the 8th Loud House graphic novel, I think, and it's the second one to feature both the Loud family and the Casagrandes in one graphic novel. So yeah, this one's really good from what I hear. So I can't wait to read that, and I don't know when I'll do a review for it, but you definitely expect a review for it by the end of this month, and or maybe within the next couple days. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to this graphic novel. So because these graphic novels just get better and better with each installment. So yeah, I can't wait. So alrighty. Once again, I am Alex Wimmer, aka AP3 Jumped. Thank you so much for watching until the end. That is it for me, and I will see you soon. Goodbye. Because other than that graphic novel review, I don't know what my next videos are going to be for the rest of the month. So just stay tuned and ring the bell and be notified of future videos I make, and whatever they may be. That's what the bell is for. If I don't know what I'm even releasing, then you guys will still be in the loop by hitting the bell. So yeah, definitely do that. All right, I'll see you soon. Goodbye.